I was going to, I was trying to finish up I graduated from Wheelock with a diploma. And after Tom was gone, I decided that I would go back and get my degree. And I had a time limit in which I could do that. And it was, so I started out that fall. And everything was going along very well. And I was halfway through when I realized that I was not ever going to be a science teacher. I had a very difficult science project that I had to finish. And it wasn't a complicated project, I know, because I was going to get a degree in elementary education, so it couldn't have been very difficult. But anyway, I was having a lot of trouble with it. And I don't know, I sort of lost my confidence, I think, in trying to attain that goal. And then I found that I was we were getting ready to go to New York with the Taylors. And I realized that I was pregnant again. And I felt that this pregnancy was very different from any other. And I remembered Ellen Cannon telling me that when she was pregnant with her twins, that she knew it right away. And so I was very suspicious of my situation. But anyway, off we went to New York. And when I came back, both of the families, the Copes and the Cannons, had gone away. So I thought, well, this is the perfect time for me to find out without telling anybody. I hadn't said anything to Jim. And I thought, well, I'm going to, I've always wanted to have my own doctor. My doctors up to this time had all been colleagues of Dr. Denomides. And I also wanted to have a woman doctor. So Abby Avery was having a class in, what's it called?
Lamaze.
Lamaze, yes. And so I thought, well, I'll sign up for them. Yeah. I called Abby and said, Abby, I have a cousin in Wellesley who wants to join your Lamaze class. Would she be able to? And Abby asked me some questions and so forth, and she said, well, why don't you have her call me? I said, okay, I will. Her name is Clea Wilson, which of course wasn't true at all. And so a couple of days afterwards, Abby called me back and said that I never heard from your cousin. And I said, well, I called her, but she didn't call back? No. Well, I'll have to call her then and see what's what. So I showed up and said, I went and said, Abby, I'm going to take her place. She can't come for the first meeting, but she'll be there for the second one. So I went to the first one, and Abby told me afterwards, she said, you didn't fool me one bit. And so anyway, I didn't go to the meeting, but there were several of my friends we all had children that same year. But Abby was wonderful about it. And of course, Clicky never went, and I never went, and one other woman, the superintendent of schools' wife, had sort of tried to plan the same thing, and so we confessed, both of us. And her name was Davis, Barbara Davis, and so anyway, that was out. So, and then in no time at all, the word was out that we were going to have twins, and Jane Langton gave us 4 sets of colored diapers, 2 blue and 2 pink. And one day when I came, she had them before, early in the game, and they were on the fence up at the foot of the driveway, and the different combinations, you could have 2 blues, 2 pinks, or 1 blue and 1 pink. And I stood them for as long as I could, and then I finally took them down. But after the twins were born and they were the 2 girls, we went in on a Saturday night, and so people going to church saw the 2 pink ones, and it was announced that we'd had the twin girls. And so that's the end of all of the arrival of the various and sundry children that we've had. And I was always glad that they were 2 girls, because they could be playmates with each other. And they were very different. One, Kate with her red hair, and Vicky blonde with hardly any hair. And they've grown up to be very, very close friends and a joy, as all of the children have been. So.
Mm-hmm.